Alright, let's jump right into the news. I think this, you can hear that. I think this is a little too loud, but I'll change it next video or something. So, yes, the end of this book. We're at the end of the Tools of Titan series. I'm still unsure whether or not I'll be allowed to keep this up, especially if I gain enough followers or whatever that I actually start being able to monetize things, because this is definitely not my work, but it's been very fun to review, it's been very fun to read, and it's been very fun to share. And so to all of those who watched all of the videos, which is like a whopping one of you or two of you, thank you so much for joining, thank you so much for watching, and let's just jump right into it, as Gloria Borger would say. So, this book, as a whole, is very illuminating. It's very motivating. It's very insert power word here. And that's exactly what it is. It's a power book with a lot of power people saying power words and phrases and ideas. And it's good. But it should absolutely not be your only reference as to how to become successful. It is a good book. It is very intuitive and you can learn a lot from it. But much like a lot of other things, you need to contextualize what they're saying and apply it in your own way at times. Because not every single bit of his advice is true for every single person at every single point in their life, you know? If you've got no money and, there's a section in here that's like, invest all your money while you can. Startup companies are the greatest. If you have no idea what you're doing and you're not able to seek financial help or whatever, and you don't have, someone to guide you through that process, and you don't have enough money to even start in productive stock market work or whatever, because it's something like you need $5,000 or $10,000 put away to start in it, to actually start seeing short hyphen medium term results or whatever. So yeah, it's a good book, but don't let it be your only reference. Maybe read another book, or think about what you actually want to do with your life and how this applies to that. You might find more use out of the healthy and wise sections than you would a wealthy section if that's not what your goal is. My goal is to be a more well-rounded person, and I don't think reading a bunch of power ideas from a bunch of people is the best way, or the single most efficient way to become a better person. It gives you good ideas, but once again, reflect on them, contextualize, maybe talk with a friend or a loved one or whatever, someone who might give good advice or might be a good red team, as an idea in here said. You gotta have a red team. No, but I don't know, I'm being kind of skeptical of the book right now. Not of the book, but of just the idea of following books in general. Because it shouldn't be your only means of knowledge, Got to combine that with worldly knowledge and other people's knowledge and whatnot. But overall, the book by itself, wonderful. But definitely use your heart and your mind to guide you through the rest of this, journey that you call your life. Regardless of what you're doing or where you are, I recommend definitely picking up the book, giving it a quick little read, jump straight into the healthy section and read about shrooms and microdosing, and you're good to go, bro. Oh man, no, actually I'm not much of a person to experiment drug-wise or whatever for mind-opening, altering, whatever stuff. I'd be more of the sauna person, or that crazy mofo that decides to just put 10-pound bags of ice inside of a bathtub and fills it with water because, conditioning or whatever. But yeah, good book. Keep saying that. Good book. By me. it says. No. Yeah. One of the things that I have to give credit to this book, and Tim Ferriss, as I understand, he's like, the main writer of it or whatever, editor. He did a very good job at framing things while talking and while writing or whatever this book. He did such a good job of framing it in such a way that when you read it, and I've said this before in different videos, that when you read it, you feel like you could make $1 million overnight, or like you've already made $1 million, and you're like, oh yes, let me go fly my non-existent whatever to my non-existent island in space. And that's like, it's a really cool, feeling that you get from reading this book, because they break it down and it, sounds so simple, and, to be honest, it kind of is, but it isn't. But that's because, they're ideas, so they condensed the idea, or Tim Ferriss condensed the idea, distilled it into something super potent and super easy. But, you can't just read it and go. You gotta read it, contextualize, and go, and you don't just make a bunch of money like that. Once you go, you keep going. Because what I'm trying to get at, what I'm trying to say, let me just get to it, is essentially, they have the ideas here, but you need to practice daily these ideas until you get success. You could get success tomorrow, or you could get it in 11 or 12 or 13 years, or it might never come. So I think a healthy thing to do is just take these ideas, become a more or less better person through, daily practicing of just not being a dick, which is what part of this book says, all about level-headedness. That's in the wise section. But that's it. You have, super powerful ideas in here. All they need is direction. They need contextualizing, and they need time. And they need you to practice them. Yeah, it's such a good book. I definitely recommend it. If not, I recommend you watching my video series on a few of the things that I covered in it. Hopefully they were transformative enough that I don't have copyright issues, but for the moment, for the time being, I don't. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to talk with me, it's pretty easy to engage in the -2 followers that I have. So definitely leave a comment. But that's going to be it for this Tools of Titan series. I definitely recommend picking up the book. I definitely recommend subscribing. And I definitely recommend watching my next video whenever that comes out.